Our thought this morning is taken from Jeremiah chapter 20. Jeremiah is one of my favorite prophets. In fact, my first sermon, my initial sermon back in May of 1983, I preached from Jeremiah chapter 1. And I preached from the thought, answer, God is calling. And today God is still calling us, and He's calling us to come into a closer and better relationship with Him. He's called us to come and live the way He says live and do the things that He says do. And today God wants to remind us that it's not possible to have a relationship with Him and not listen to Him. Everybody say listen to Him. Listen to Him. And if you don't listen to Him most, if you don't listen to Him first, it's not possible to have a relationship with somebody that you don't listen to. The reason husband and wife sometimes get in trouble because one or the other accuses them of not what? You're not listening to me. And it affects our what? Relationship. For the day, God wants to remind us there's a need to listen to Him, and we need to be sure that we're listening to Him. Because the evidence that we're listening to Him is that we are following Him. To say that you're listening to Him and never do what He says do is no evidence. Amen? You know your husband won't listen because he didn't take the trash out. He didn't do it. So listening involves responding. So today, God warned Jeremiah, warned Israel, that they were headed for danger because they were not listening. Anytime you're not listening to God, you're headed for danger. The reason our young folk are in so much trouble today because they're not listening to God. No, they're not only not listening to you, they're not listening to God. Old folks say, you're going to learn to listen to what? To somebody. You're going to come learn to listen to. They stop laughing at us, they stop arguing with us, they stop fussing. You're going to learn to listen. And God said to us that you're going to learn to listen to me. Let me tell you why we're going to learn this stuff. First of all, what God wants us to do is too important for us not to listen. And God's going to bring us to a point that if we're His, that we are going to listen to Him. Yet because you're not listening now, don't mean you're not going to listen then. I want to warn you that if you're not listening to God, if you're not responding to the call of God, if you're not walking according to the Word of God, God is going to bring you to a point and call you to listen to Him. Why? Because what He had to say is too important for us not to listen to. And He just can't let us hurt ourselves to the point that we don't listen to Him. And Jeremiah says in Jeremiah chapter 20, beginning at verse 7, O Lord, thou hast deceived me, and I was deceived. Thou art stronger than I, and hast prevailed. I am in derision daily, and everyone mocketh me. For since I spake, I cried out. I cried violence and spoil, because the word of the Lord was made a reproach unto me, and a derision daily. Then I said, I will not make mention of His name, nor speak any more in His name. But His word was in my heart as a burning fire, shut up in my bones, and I was weary with forbearance, and I could not stay. I want to take those scriptures in this entire chapter and use for thought. Don't deceive yourself. All right. Don't deceive yourself. The word deception, defined as to believe something, or to cause someone to believe something that is not true. Right. When folk deceive you, they're trying to get you to believe something that is not so. Right. They're trying to defraud you, hoodwink you, hoax you, trick you, dupe you, take you in, get over on you, pull the covers over your eyes, pull the wool over your eyes, take you for a ride, shaft you, stiff you, whatever the word it is. When folks deceive you, they're trying to take advantage of you. They're trying to make things appear as they are, but they're not. In our text today, Jeremiah used the word, God, thou hast deceived me. Well, how can God deceive Jeremiah? How could God trick Jeremiah? How could God hoodwink Jeremiah? How could God defraud or play a trick or hoax on Jeremiah? Well, I'll tell you. God allowed Jeremiah to believe something was not so. That's right. God allowed Jeremiah to believe that Jeremiah not doing what God has said.
All right.
Anytime you think you can get away with not doing what God said do, you have deceived yourself. And there are folk who act like, live like, talk like, that they don't have to do what God said do. And God says anytime you come to a point in your life, anytime you come to a point in your conduct and your character that you think you can get away with not hearing God, you think you can get away with not responding to God, you think you can get away with not doing the things of God, you have deceived yourself.
Say it, preacher.
If you think that God's not going to do something about what you're doing,
Tell it.
you run on folks say what you
Can't ask.
you can get by, but you can't.
Get away.
But God says this way in Galatians chapter 6. Be not deceived. Don't fool yourself. Don't trick yourself. Don't defraud yourself. Don't play game with yourself. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. You're not going to make a fool out of God.
Say that. Come on, preacher.
He that sought to the flesh shall the flesh be corruption, and he that sought to the spirit shall the spirit reap life. Both said, your sin will find you. Go find you. And so God warned us this morning, don't deceive yourself. Don't think this because you joined church.
All right.
Don't think because you have your name on church roll and you've been baptized in the water.
Come on, preacher.
That's foolish. That water brings you into a right relation with God. The church membership assures you of a place in the kingdom of God.
Come on, then.
You have to don't fool yourself.
All right.
Don't run around. You think you're on your way to heaven.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Don't fool yourself.
All right.
See, God said, Jesus said this in Matthew 7. Jesus said, many shall say unto me, Lord, Lord, have I not done many wonderful works in thy name?
All right.
And Jesus going to say in Matthew 7:21, get away from me. You fooling yourself.
Say it.
You have no part. It's dangerous to pretend you're a Christian.
All right.
Amen.
It's dangerous to pretend you are walking with God and living for God. Because you come to a point where you're fooling yourself that you can't fool.
All right.
In fact, Jesus said that it's evident of those who are His. So you can know what now. Wouldn't that be sad to get to heaven and you don't know you get in? Often said, I got my ticket here in my hand. I'm bound for the promised land. You know, when I get my ticket, Sheriff, I expect to get in.
That's right.
You know, if I get a ticket, we bought tickets to Disney World. We expected to. And we got in. Go get our ticket.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that be some traffic? To get to God, and you've got a counterfeit. You got one of them scalpers.
Yeah.
But you don't have to know when you get to heaven whether or not you go get in. You don't know right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
It would be unfair of God to let us wander around through life not knowing if we're going to make it in.
Say that, preacher.
You can know right now if you're going to make it in.
Amen.
Jesus said there was a prime evidence that proves whether or not you're going to make it in.
All right.
He didn't list church membership. He didn't list baptism. He didn't list singing in the choir, working in the deacon board, working in the pulpit. Another thing he didn't list as the evidence. You know, and it's so clear, it's amazing that folk miss it. Jesus said in John 10, when he was talking to the disciples who he was and where he was going, he said, my sheep hear my voice and I know them and they what? It's hard to have a relationship like you ain't following. It's hard to have a relationship with somebody you're not listening to. Jesus said, my sheep also hear my voice. They hear the call of God on their lives. They hear the call of God in their behavior. They hear the call of God in their conduct. They hear the call of God in their lifestyle. They hear the call of God in their choices. My sheep, those that are mine, my sheep hear my voice.
Yeah.
And they follow him. If you're not following him, then maybe it's because you are not his. You know, the sad thing is we know a lot of folk who give no evidence that they are his. Jesus said this way. Because God wants you to know that you're his. Jesus said, the evidence that you're mine is that you hear my words. Jesus said, he that hath my commandments and keepeth them, and he that loveth me. And he shall be loved of my Father, and I will love him, and we will show up, we will manifest, we'll make it clear to him that he loves. You all got to be a Christian not know. Hopefully you say, well, I know, that I know. You know, you have to have a person that you're a Christian. Well, I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be rich too. Guess what? I gave up trying to be tall. Well, I've been baptized. That's no evidence. Well, I belong to the church. That's no evidence. In fact, Jesus said that the evidence that we're his, that you know, how do I know an apple tree is an apple tree? How do I know a Christian is a Christian? Because he produces fruit. Jesus says, by your fruit you shall, a good tree bring forth good fruit, a corrupt tree bring forth evil fruit, neither can a good tree bring forth corrupt fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good. All right. Don't deceive yourself. In our text today, Jeremiah claimed that God deceived him. And what Jeremiah was really saying was that God had allowed me to believe that I could get away with not listening to God. God made me believe that I could not preach the word of God. God made me believe that I could not teach the word of God. God made me believe that I could not live the word of God and get away with it. Jeremiah said, oh Lord, thou hast deceived me. You allowed me to believe. You hoaxed me. You tricked me. You defrauded me. You made me think I could get away with not responding to you, not listening to you, not living for you, not giving to you, not serving you. Therefore we think they cannot serve God. They cannot worship God and praise God and find in prayer with God and get away with it. Don't fool yourself.
All right.
You know, God is gracious, and sometimes the reason God don't always deal with us, not because he's not going to deal with us, but for two reasons. There are two reasons God doesn't always deal with us, even when we may be dealt with.
All right.
First of all, it's because he is a God of mercy.
That's right.
He's a God of mercy. Just because God hasn't dealt with you, doesn't mean he's not going to deal with you. It's just that he is replacing mercy with judgment until he deals with you.
All right.
Jeremiah said what? It is the law of mercies that will not consume.
Right.
Because his compassion fail not. In fact, one of my favorite Psalms, Psalm 103. And the reason I love this psalm is to get down to talking about God and why he doesn't always deal with us when we need to be dealt with. By the way, if God doesn't always deal with folks, don't you always deal with folks. If God ain't fussing folks, you stop fussing folks. If God's not chiding folks, you stop chiding folks. If God's not finding folks picking at folks, no, you stop picking up too. Sometimes we treat folks worse than God.
Amen.
We talk about worse than God. We complain about worse than God. God knows everything they're doing. He knows who they're doing it with. He knows how long they did it. He knows why they did it. And he still is being merciful.
Right.
You know, if this church had one characteristic, the church, the Catholic God loves is a church of mercy. This church doesn't give you what you deserve. It gives you what you don't deserve. It's a church where there's mercy. That you come to that church and find grace to help in the time of need.
Say that.
If there's one characteristic that I'd like for us to be known by, if there's one characteristic that I'd like for us to be evident in our ministry, in our fellowship, is that we're a church where you can find mercy.
All right.
You know what I love about my daddy? My daddy was a stern man. My daddy was a disciplinarian, but my daddy was full of mercy. And I knew that no matter how badly I had failed, no matter how far I've gone off track and how wrong I've been, whatever wrong I've done, that my daddy will discipline me and talk to me and correct me and instruct me, but he's going to show me mercy. Sister Pam, he never raised his voice at me. Not one time. Never yelled at me. Even when I did some horrible things. He would correct me. He would instruct me. And discipline me, I'll tell you a lot of times, he never laid a hand on me. He disciplined me, but never laid a hand on me. Pam, he could break my heart. He never put a hand on me. When I read Psalm 103, it reminds me of my dad. The Lord is merciful and gracious. Slow to anger. It took a lot to make my daddy mad. Slow to anger. Plenteous in mercy. He will not always fuss or chide. Neither, my dad forgive you quicker than anybody I know. Neither will he keep his anger. He's not dealt with us after our sins, nor reward us according to our iniquities. And my daddy forgets us. For high heaven of the earth, so has he removed our sins from us, and so great is his mercy toward them. Then he gets to this verse. Like as a father pitied his children, the Lord pitied them that fear him. He knoweth our frame. He knoweth we are dust. If God had to deal with you, it's not because he's not going to deal with you, but God has been merciful to you. And you always come to God because he's been merciful. And then God is long suffering. God can put up with a while. Christians can't handle much. Sister Lorna, don't take much to get them angry. Don't take much to get them off track. Don't take much to get them bothered. I think sometimes Christians come to church looking for something to be bothered about. Waiting on something to bother. Waiting on somebody to bother. Waiting on somebody to say something. Waiting for somebody to pass by and not speak. Waiting. Looking to be bothered. It ain't much of a Christian that can't put up much. I had to think a little bit, we're going to be this irritable in heaven. Somebody moves something, we're going to get upset. Somebody do something, we're going to heaven. If heaven requires things along, we'll get mad. First, we don't get the other attitude.
That's right.
Don't deceive yourself. God ain't bringing that mess up there. We ain't going to get there. We're not going to get there and get right. You got to be right to go to heaven.
That's true.
You can't put up much down here. You can't even get a chance to go there.
That's true.
Because God is very long suffering. He had it with me 34 years to respond to the call to the ministry. I ain't giving up on me. But like he told Jeremiah, from your mother's womb, I formed thee. Before you were formed in your mother's womb, I came and sanctified you. I called you to be a prophet. And I thought for 34 years, I could get away. Nothing would do it. But God called me. I thought I got away, Kim. I got to California. Got a job. Making money. I got away. I flew 2,000 miles. God ain't in California. What God wants us to do is too important to allow us to not do it. What God wanted Jeremiah to do was too important for God to let Jeremiah get away. And if God wouldn't let Jeremiah get away with not doing what he called Jeremiah, God told him not to do it. But he's long suffering. Peter says in 1 Peter 3:9, for the Lord is not slack concerning his promises, some men count slackness, but he's long suffering toward us, not willing that any man should perish, but all men should come to repentance. Not willing that any should perish. Jeremiah thought he could do, get away with not doing what God called him to do. You can't get away without living the way God calls us to live. Can't get away without worshiping and serving Him. Don't deceive yourself. Don't act like you don't have to do. Jeremiah came to a point, he said, God, I can't ignore you. He said, Lord, you deceive. You're stronger than me. I can't beat you, God.
Yeah.
You're stronger than I am. And you prevail. You wore me down, God. You tore me down. You dragged me down. You made it to the point, God, I have no choice.
All right.
He said, I wasn't going to make mention of you.
That's right.
I wasn't going to speak your name anymore.
That's right.
I fooled myself. I thought I could get away without worshiping. I thought I could get away without living for you. I thought I could get away without serving you. Listen, an apple had no choice. An apple tree had no choice but to produce what? A Christian had no choice but to respond to the call of God. Because he said, my sheep hear my voice. He said, another thing, a Christian has no choice. You have no other option. You don't have a plan B.
Right.
A Christian who's under the authority of God, who's under the sovereignty of God. If God is sovereign, how can you tell a sovereign God you are not going to do something? How can you tell a sovereign God you're not going to live according to His word? How can you tell God who has all authority, who made the heavens and the earth, that there's some things you're not going to do? There's some ways you're not going to act. There are some places, how can you tell God you're sovereign? Y'all going to tell your mama that, but you certainly can't tell God that.
Yeah.
Listen, I wouldn't tell my mama what I would do. I wouldn't tell my daddy what I would do. I certainly wouldn't tell God. Because what God wants you to do is too important for God to allow you to decide not to do it. Remember Paul? Paul was fighting God. Nor was he not doing what God wanted him to do. He was doing just the opposite of what God. But when he met God on the Damascus road, God said, Paul, it's hard for you to kick this. You know the reason some of our lives are hard? Because we're fighting surrendering to God.
Come on.
That's right.
The reason why it's hard in our families and hard in our finances and hard in our relationships, because we're fighting, responding to the word, the way, and the will of God. Your children are not going to be successful because of what you do. Your children will be successful because of what God does. He said in Psalm says like he promotes. Promotion don't come from the north or the south or the east, where God puts one up, he puts your children are not going to be successful because of the school you choose. It's about what God allowed them to experience and do with what. Listen, you can be in the best school in the world and still get nothing out of it. There are some things that God requires of us. And don't fool yourself. Don't think you can live in sin and there's no consequence.
Yeah.
There is a consequence for sin and disobedience. Paul said in Romans 5:12, for by one man sin entered into the world, and death by sin. And death has passed unto all men. All men have sinned. The wages of sin is that sin invites God's judgment.
Amen.
And you can't live in sin and get away with it. Don't fool yourself. Don't say for a little while until I get this together. Listen, if it's wrong for a little while, it's wrong for a long while. If it's wrong 6 years, that's wrong right now. Don't fool yourself. And we like to make excuses about my daughter. Yeah, I don't understand. You understand exactly what he said. You don't understand. You can't get away with it. You don't, God understands very well. Well, God, yes, He does know you. You know you got right, he's down to he knows the thoughts form. He knows the thoughts before you form the thought. Well, he's not going to change what he says for you. What kind of God would it be if he changed for me, Sherry, would change for you? You have your lip around, I roll back again, go, you're right. Listen, parents, don't fool yourself. Raising your children like God is not going to assure that success. Don't deceive yourself. Don't fool yourself. The Bible says in Proverbs 22:6, train up a child in the way he should go. When he's old, he shall not. If you think you can train your child up without exposing them to the things of God, by teaching them the way of God, by teaching them prayer and worship and fellowship and growing in the Lord, don't fool yourself. These pews are empty with children now whose parents thought they could raise them. Not God. Don't fool yourself. If you want long nights, bitter tears, then raise them like God. Raise them by teaching about God. Teach them respect of God, the fear of God, love of God, worship of God, prayer to God, learning of God. If you think you can raise your children without teaching them about the things of God, of involving them in the ministry of God, don't fool. Either God's behind you. God said, tramp a child the way he should go as they grow older, not depart from either you, God, go out and you out. Don't deceive. It's going to, little Johnny going to be all right. Little Johnny might be all right. Little Johnny might not be all right. But God makes a promise. David said, I've never seen the righteous forsaken. I've never seen his seed. That's the promise I'm holding to. For my children. I was young and I'm old. I didn't see my mama's children forsaken. I didn't see my grandmother's children forsaken. I don't expect to see my children or my grandchild forsaken. Not because of what I can do, because of God. Because of God. Because I will teach them to have a respect of God. Teach them. You know, the text said train them. Training is not optional. You go to a training class, you go to train to learn to do what they train to learn. Y'all have training classes and people too. You don't go in there and do what you want to do. Even when the training is doing the way you don't think it's good, at least when you class, you pretend you're doing it, you actually offer you do it the way you want to do it. You're not going to pass the class. You're going to do it the way you want to do it. Right. I know this school, I know this class. Now, when I get out of this class, don't deceive yourself. If you think you can grow as a Christian, you're not spending time in the Word of God. Don't fool yourself. Don't fool yourself. Do not fool yourself to believe that you can grow, become strong, mature, understand the challenge of life apart from God. He said that newborn baby is how you sincere milk of the Word that you may grow. You're not going to grow strong as a Christian apart from God's Word. You're just not going to do it. That's not where God operates. God's not going to tell you to search the scriptures and then you can do what you want to do with them. It'll be stupid God tell you to do something and give you a choice. Oh, that's what we do with our children. That's not how daddy God is. Listen, this is serious. I take it seriously. What God wants us to do is too serious for us to not do it. And to fool ourselves thinking everything will be all right if we don't do it. Don't deceive ourselves in believing that we can hear and not obey God's word and be able to withstand each other. Jesus said, therefore, whoever hears these sayings of mine and doeth them, I shall liken to a wise man who built his house upon the rock. The rain descended, the rain of life. The floods came, the floods of life. And the winds blew, the winds of life. And beat upon the house, and it fell not, because it was built upon a rock. If you think that your house is stand, apart from hearing and obeying God's word, don't fool yourself. Jesus says, heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not, I shall liken him unto a fool. He built his house upon the sand. And when the rains came, and the floods descended, and the winds blew, the house fell, and great was the fall. A lot of our families and children are falling greatly because they don't know. They don't hear. They're not obeying the word of God. Either God is right or we're right. Either God means it or he doesn't. Either he says that we ought to search the scriptures. For them you think you have eternal life, for these are days when you testify of me. Either he's right when he says study to show yourself approved unto God, or workman that needeth not to be ashamed, but rightly divide the word. Either God's right or you're right.
All right.
One day you'll get a chance for the final exam.
All right.
Now, let me tell you something before you get there. Let me give you the answer to the quiz. That's an open book exam. Either you're in the book or you ain't in the book.
Yep.
You can't say, see my name. I went to a wedding a few weeks ago and had a hard time finding my name. I didn't care. I wanted to go home anyway, but I wanted to find my name. But my wife, she wanted to stay, so like, y'all gotta keep looking. Maybe we know that. They had 300 people in the room. The whole 100. I didn't want my name on this. But when they found my name, I had going in. But God's already got your name written down. The name's already written in the book of life. And he ain't got to look it up. But the Bible says, Lord knows them that are here. And everyone that's named the name of Jesus will talk. Let me tell you one thing that God said about don't fool yourself. God said this. No, you're not. The unrighteous can't live wrong and expect things to go right.
All right.
The unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God. He said, that's what God said. He said, do not be deceived in thinking that fornicators and adulterers and idolaters and effeminate abuse themselves with mankind, or thieves, or revelers, or drunkards, or extortioners shall inherit. Don't fool yourself.
All right.
God said, it just ain't gonna happen. Don't think that we can come to God being different in our relation with God, like a David in our service to God, hit or miss in our commitment to God, and expect God to reward us for our service.
All right.
Don't deceive yourself.
All right. Yep.
Well done, thou good.
Say it.
Here, you showed up on time. Thank you. You showed up when you're supposed to show up. Thank you. I know it's not important to you, but it's important to God.
Man.
Don't fool yourself. Don't excuse yourself. Don't pardon yourself. Well done, thou good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a few things. I'll make you ruler over many. Enter thou into the joy. Listen, you don't like that word with folks who don't make God. All tight and rocking your jaws and they ain't did nothing. And but you want to get before God and they ain't did nothing. They don't hear that. They leave early. I never worry about what folks did because God was being too good to me.
Right.
But the song said, He's been good to me. He's been good to me. That got the word you got because He's been good to me. See, listen, if you're sad about what God did in your life, you don't have to be upset about God not doing for His life or what He's doing for His life. Let your conversation be like covetousness. And be content with such things you have. For He said, I never leave thee nor forsake thee. And so you may boldly say, I'll not fear what men shall do, for the Lord is mine. Don't deceive yourself. If you're not saved, you'll spend eternity in hell if you don't come to Christ. Don't fool yourself. thinking that you don't have to make a decision, thinking that you don't have to make a choice. Jesus told the Jews, you will not come to me that you might have life. They had fooled themselves into thinking because they were Jews. They had fooled themselves into thinking because they were Abraham's children. They had fooled themselves into thinking because they were religious. And he said, don't fool yourself. Don't deceive yourself. If you're here today and you don't know Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, don't fool yourself. Either you know him or you don't know him. Either you've accepted him or you've not accepted him. Either you've come to him or you've not come to him. Don't fool yourself thinking that you got more time. What is your life? It is but a vapor that appears for a moment and vanishes away. Jeremiah told Israel, stop fooling yourself. God's going to judge us for our disobedience. He's going to judge us for our sin. He said, you come into church, you worship, you singing, you praying, but stop fooling yourself. The religious folk got mad at Jeremiah. For sure, slapped him in church. And locked him in stocks. And put him in a cave. And freighted him with bread and water. Because Jeremiah said God's judgment is on sin. And they didn't like that. They fooled themselves into believing that their worship and their religion would save them. Don't fool yourself. The evidence that you are who you are is that God changed from who you are to who he wants you to be. If your lifestyle hadn't changed, don't fool yourself. If your attitude hadn't changed, don't fool yourself. If your focus and your service hadn't changed, don't fool yourself. Listen, this is too serious to be able to hope so, maybe so. You know, like when you're in college, Ashley, you hope you passed. And you go down to the instructor's office before the head computers and look at the door and see if they got your number there. They wouldn't put your name, they had your number, class number, and you try to see. You try back. Sure, God bless me, I can do that. I wasn't worried about it. I didn't even show for graduation. I knew I graduated. I didn't know the diploma to graduate. I knew I was graduated. You can't be number 3 in the class, not graduate. Let me hear everybody graduated. So I didn't show up. I knew I graduated. I don't need no roll proof. I don't need to hear no speech. I don't need to hear no get no diploma. I know I'm graduated. I'm good. I want them standing right up before God and say, I know I graduated. That's what Paul said. John said, look, we're going to stand before him and not be ashamed. That we're going to stand before him with confidence. Lord, I graduated because I serve you. I graduated because I love you and I followed you and I obeyed you. But if you don't have that confidence today, why don't you come? Don't let these folk discourage you. Because some of them are fooling themselves. Some of them is like folk at the airport, they're just there to see other folk leave. A lot of folk come to the funeral just sitting flying away. They're not going to get no ride, but they just come see, they ain't get no ticket. They come see flying. What airline are you on? JES. Here's the day. You know you need a closer relationship with God. You need to walk in more obedience to God. Make yourself more available to service to God. Won't you come today? Don't fool yourself and think that God doesn't want you. God didn't save you for you to sit. God saved you for you to serve. And what God has me to do is too important for him to allow you not to do it. I'm glad God loved me so much that he wouldn't let me get away with doing what I want to do. He wouldn't let me get away with living the way I want to live. And he had to break me, break my heart, break my spirit, break my will. He had to break me down. He had to humble me. So he could use me. Because God can't get an argument between what you want and what he wants. It had to be his way or the highway. You really don't have an option with God. God doesn't give options. God never held elections. God made appointments. Jeremiah didn't want to do what God called him to do. He said, go back to Jeremiah chapter 1. He said, oh, Lord God, behold, I'm but a child. Nobody's going to listen to me. I cannot speak. God said, don't say you are a child. Moses didn't want to do what God called him to do. He said, Lord, I'm hard of speech. People don't understand me. I stutter. God said, who made you mouth, Moses? Who made your speech? Who made you good? And you don't tell God what you are. He knows what you are. But he knows who he is. David didn't want to respond to God. He said, I'm the least in my father's house. Gideon didn't want to respond to God. He said, not only am I the least in my father's house, my family's the least in the land. In fact, I don't know anybody other than Isaiah who said, hear my Lord to me. So the fact that you don't want to is not important to God. If you hear, he's going to do what he said he's going to do. God is going to have his way. He told Jeremiah, said, Lord, I thought I could get away. I thought I didn't have to listen to you. I thought I didn't have to respond to you. But you're stronger than I. And you have to prevail. Would you come right now? Candidate for baptism, rededication, restoration, for membership by letter of Christian Spirits. All you got to do is what Isaiah said. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous his thought. And let him return to the Lord, and he'll have mercy on him, and to our God, for he will abundantly pardon. Don't deceive yourself. If you're not following God, if you're not responding to the word of God, if you're not doing the things of God, don't deceive yourself. Paul said, I know who I have believed, and I'm persuaded. He's able to keep that which I've committed to him against that day. Paul said, I'm persuaded when that day comes, I know who I believe. He said, for this cause I suffer. He said, being confident of this very thing. I'm confident of this very thing. That he that hath begun a good work in me will perform it until Jesus comes. Are you sure? Are you very sure? Are you saved and you know it? Then your little eyes should show it. If you're saved and you know it. Pastor, I sure hope I'm saved. I'm trying to be. Well, that's like trying to be pregnant. Either you are or you ain't. We almost had a baby. Don't deceive yourself. What God wants is too important for him to let you decide not to do it. Amen? God bless you. Amen. God bless you. Give God some praise. Give God some praise.